Once you reach your 60s, air travel starts working differently in ways most people never notice. Hidden inside airline and airport systems around the world are special advantages created for older travelers, yet almost nobody openly talks about them. These benefits can reduce travel costs, shorten waiting times, and make flying far more comfortable, but airlines rarely advertise them, airports almost never mention them, and travel agencies would rather sell expensive upgrades than explain what you may already qualify for. Because of this silence, millions of travelers over 60 continue spending extra money, standing in exhausting lines, and missing out on services specifically designed to help them. But here's the important part. None of these perks appear automatically once you turn 60. In most cases, you only receive them if you know they exist and are confident enough to ask. Travelers who understand the system often enjoy smoother journeys, while everyone else simply never discovers what was available to them. In the next sections, you'll uncover 10 hidden travel benefits senior passengers can often claim today, sometimes only hours before departure. Knowing them could save you time, stress, and even hundreds of dollars. Number 10, the hidden airport services almost nobody knows about. Inside major airports across Europe, America, and Asia, there's a quiet network of assistance programs designed for travelers over 60, but very few people use them because they are rarely promoted. You won't usually find these services mentioned on airport signs, booking confirmations, or check-in instructions, yet they exist for anyone who knows to request them. Imagine arriving at the airport without dealing with endless lines, confusing terminals, or dragging heavy luggage across long corridors. Instead, airport staff guide you through security, assist with bags, and escort you directly to your gate. In many cases, no medical certificate or disability proof is required. Simply requesting support as a senior traveler may be enough. These services were created to help older passengers avoid exhaustion and travel more comfortably, but airports don't actively advertise them because providing this assistance requires additional staff, transportation carts, and coordination. The fewer people who request it, the easier operations remain for the airport. That's why most travelers never realize the option exists. Sometimes all it takes is asking one simple question: do you offer assistance for senior travelers? From that moment, services such as wheelchairs, electric carts, faster security access, and personal escorts may suddenly become available, often completely free. Travelers who stay silent frequently walk right past benefits intended for them without even knowing it. The reality is simple. If you never ask, you may never receive what was already available to you. Every flight taken without claiming these services can mean unnecessary stress and fatigue. Number 9, the hidden trick for getting better seats without paying extra. There's a little-known fact about airline seating systems that most passengers never discover. Some of the best seats on a plane are quietly released only a few hours before departure, and they often become available for free. Airlines constantly reorganize their seating charts before flights leave. Passengers cancel, miss connections, or change reservations, causing premium seats, aisle rows, and front row spots to suddenly open up. During this reshuffling process, older travelers are often viewed as calm and reliable passengers, making them ideal candidates for more comfortable seating. But most people miss this opportunity because they check in too early. Many travelers believe checking in immediately guarantees the best seat, but sometimes waiting actually works better. The most useful window often appears around 3 to 5 hours before departure, when airline systems begin unlocking seats that were previously unavailable. Logging in during that period may reveal front row, aisle, or window seats at no additional cost. No special membership or paid upgrade is necessarily required. It's simply about understanding when the seating system changes. Sometimes the best seats don't go to the people who spend the most money, but to the travelers who know the right moment to look. Number 8, the hidden baggage rule that could save senior travelers hundreds. Every year, thousands of older passengers pay expensive baggage fees without realizing they may qualify for extra allowances. Some airlines quietly provide additional baggage benefits for travelers over 60, but the information is often buried deep inside legal policy documents that very few people ever read. Depending on the airline, these benefits may include extra weight allowances or even an additional checked bag at no charge. However, these rules are rarely promoted publicly. Many travelers only discover them after asking directly at check-in or through customer support. Experienced passengers have reported saving large amounts of money simply by asking whether a senior baggage allowance exists. Whether speaking with airline representatives online, over the phone, or at the airport counter, one polite question can sometimes unlock unexpected savings. Airlines rarely highlight these policies because baggage fees generate enormous profits. The fewer people who claim these benefits, the more revenue airlines collect. From extra charges. Before your next trip, it may be worth visiting the airline's official website and searching for terms like senior passenger policy or special travel assistance. Even if you find nothing online, asking directly can still make a difference because some benefits are only revealed when passengers request them. Number 7, the free airport assistance service most people ignore. Many travelers assume airport assistance is only meant for passengers with serious disabilities or medical conditions. In reality, major airports around the world often provide free support services for travelers over 60 as well. These services can include wheelchairs, electric carts, and even staff escorts who guide passengers from check-in all the way to their boarding gate. In many situations, no doctor's letter is required. Yet millions of older travelers still walk long distances through crowded terminals every year simply because they never realized help was available. Airports don't heavily advertise these services because widespread use would require additional staff and equipment. As a result, only travelers who specifically request assistance usually receive it. The purpose behind these programs is simple: to reduce stress, prevent exhaustion, and make travel easier for senior passengers. However, there's one important catch. Airport employees typically won't offer these services automatically. The system depends on passengers requesting assistance first. The next time you book a flight or arrive at the airport, look for the option labeled Special Assistance or simply ask staff directly for support as a senior traveler. One small request could completely change your airport experience from exhausting to comfortable. Number 6. The senior discounts booking websites rarely show. One of the biggest misconceptions about booking flights is the belief that travel comparison websites always display the lowest fares. For older travelers, that often isn't true. Many airlines quietly offer discounted prices specifically for senior passengers, but these reduced fares frequently never appear on travel apps or comparison sites. Platforms like Expedia or Skyscanner usually display standard ticket prices because they don't automatically apply age-based discounts. However, when booking directly through an airline's official website, entering your birth date or selecting the senior passenger option may unlock lower prices or additional perks. Some airlines offer discounts ranging from 10% to 25%, while others include benefits like free seat selection, flexible tickets, or priority boarding. The problem is that many eligible travelers never activate these options, allowing airlines to continue charging full price. A large number of senior passengers miss these savings every year simply because they don't know to ask for them. Before booking your next flight, it's often worth checking the airline's official website directly or calling customer support to ask whether senior pricing exists. Some of the best discounts are never displayed publicly online and only become available when requested directly. Sometimes the cheapest fare isn't hidden behind a coupon code. It's hidden behind one simple question. Number 5. The quiet priority boarding benefit most travelers never request. Standing in long boarding lines can be one of the most stressful parts of flying, but many airlines quietly allow travelers over 60 to board earlier if they ask. This option is rarely announced publicly. In many cases, it doesn't appear on boarding passes or airport signs, yet airline systems often allow gate agents to provide early boarding access to senior passengers upon request. Airlines generally avoid advertising this policy because early boarding requires additional coordination and can slow the process. Instead, they wait for passengers to ask directly. At check-in or near the boarding gate, simply asking whether priority boarding is available for senior travelers may be enough to activate it. Boarding early allows passengers to settle into their seats calmly, store luggage without pressure, and avoid crowded aisles filled with rushing travelers. For many older passengers, this small adjustment can make the beginning of a flight dramatically less stressful. Number 4, the little-known in-flight perks senior travelers can sometimes receive. Even though many airlines now charge for snacks and beverages, there are still situations where flight attendants may provide complimentary items to older travelers who ask politely. While these gestures are rarely listed in official airline policies, cabin crew members often have flexibility to offer free coffee, tea, juice, or light snacks, especially during longer flights. Airlines prefer passengers to assume every extra item must be purchased because onboard sales create additional profit. However, many crew members are encouraged to prioritize customer comfort and occasionally extend small courtesies to senior travelers who ask respectfully. Something as simple as asking whether any complimentary refreshments are available for senior passengers can sometimes result in unexpected perks during the flight. Even when nothing free is offered, polite conversations with cabin crew often create a warmer and more enjoyable travel experience. Number 3, the last-minute upgrade opportunity most passengers never use. Just before boarding begins, airlines often make final seating adjustments. During those final moments, better seats may unexpectedly become available. Passengers miss flights, cancel reservations, or fail to arrive at the gate on time, leaving premium or extra legroom seats empty. At that stage, gate agents sometimes have flexibility to move passengers into those available spots. Older travelers who politely approach the gate shortly before boarding may occasionally receive upgraded seating simply because they asked at the right time. Calm and respectful passengers are often preferred when agents decide who receives newly opened seats. Most travelers never realize this opportunity exists. While many passengers remain distracted or impatient at the gate, experienced travelers sometimes step forward and politely ask whether any better seats have become available. Upgrades are never guaranteed, but timing and politeness can sometimes lead to surprisingly comfortable results. Number 2, the compensation rules airlines hope passengers never understand. When flights are delayed, canceled, or disrupted, many travelers simply accept the inconvenience without realizing they may qualify for compensation. Depending on the airline, destination, and local regulations, passengers may be entitled to refunds, hotel stays, meal vouchers, transportation support, or free rebooking after major delays. In some cases, airlines may also apply additional flexibility for senior travelers, especially when delays create extra hardship for older passengers. Calmly explaining your situation and requesting all available assistance can sometimes result in benefits beyond the minimum legal requirements. Airlines rarely volunteer this information unless passengers specifically ask. Many travelers lose out simply because they assume nothing more can be done. When facing delays or cancellations, speaking directly with airline staff and clearly asking about available compensation may significantly improve the outcome. Number 1, why airlines keep these benefits hidden. After discovering all these services, discounts, and travel tricks, one obvious question remains: why aren't airlines more transparent about them? The answer is simple. Money. Every unplanned discount, unused refund, and unnoticed perk saves airlines and airports additional costs. If every eligible traveler demanded every available benefit, companies would face increased expenses and reduced profits. That's why many of these policies remain buried inside long terms and conditions instead of being openly promoted. They exist, but airlines often rely on passengers remaining unaware of them. Once you understand how these systems work, airports begin to look completely different. Flying becomes less about luck and more about knowing what questions to ask. In many cases, the difference between a stressful journey and a smooth one isn't wealth or status. It's information. So before your next flight, remember 3 important words: ask, verify, and claim. Many of the best travel advantages aren't openly advertised. They're quietly waiting for travelers who know where to look.